My name is David Randall, and this is my story. I always grew up in a believing home. My dad was a pastor, his dad was a pastor. My mom was Jewish, so I kind of always grew around the faith. When I was in junior high, I really struggled with my identity, where my dad was black and my mom was Jewish, so I really didn't know where I fit in or what to really do with my life or who I really belonged to. When I was in high school, I didn't know if I fit in with the Hispanic group, the black group, the Mexican group, the white group. I just didn't know where to go, so I just kind of made my home in sports. After high school, I didn't really have that sports anymore, so I kind of really lost my identity. When I went away to college when I was 20, I really started to struggle because I didn't really have many friends. So the friends that accepted me are the friends that I hung out with. And to feel accepted, I really did whatever I needed to do to fit in. I started drinking, I started partying. It was really hard for me, and I really struggled for that first year I went away with school, with who I was, because I still had a group of friends, but I didn't really feel like I fit in. My first year of school, I really didn't do so good, so to escape, I left and I joined the Marine Corps Reserves. After a year of active duty, I went back to school, but started hanging out with the friends that I was hanging out with before. So I started getting back into the stuff I was doing before, but this time a little more heavy. This time I started smoking weed and I started doing some drugs, and it was really kind of hard for me. I did that for about 5 years of my life. So from about 21 to 26, I was really in the scene of hanging out with friends, smoking, partying, drinking, and I really struggled with who I was because I still didn't know if I fit in with this group. I tried to find identity in the Marine Corps, I didn't find it there. I tried to find identity with the people that I hung out with, I didn't find it there. Come December 2009, when I was 26, I think I kind of hit an all-time low with myself, with what I was doing with my life, how I felt about myself, not knowing who I was, and I really struggled with life in general. I really was depressed with who I was, and one day I really just got upset with God and I started yelling at Him. Through my yelling, I realized that God was never the problem. I realized that I was the problem. I had been so scared of failing in my life that I had made a complete failure out of myself, and I knew my way was not working, and that day I decided, you know, God, it's your turn. It's your turn, and I'm done doing it my way, so let's see what happens. I let God take control of my life. I committed my life to God, and I really didn't see my life as a failure anymore. I could see Him changing me, I could see Him working in my life, and I could see Him really living up to what I kind of expected of Him. And it was really good for me to see how good He was to me. Ever since then, I can't really even imagine what my life would be like if I didn't make the decision to commit my life to God. It would be difficult, and I'd probably be doing the same stuff that I was doing before. And I can't be any happier with the way God is leading me and the things that He's doing with me and the way that He's changing me. Why don't you give God a try? You know, I know you want to try to do it your way, and it's not working. Do what I did. Let God work. Give Him some time. Let Him see what happens. I mean, when I really let God work and see what happens, things really opened up. He opened up doors that I really never thought would open up. He took me away from the people I was hanging out with, and He put me into a new community. He gave me new friends. He supported me. He made me grow, and I really believe that if you give God the opportunity to do things in your life, He will do them.